think I can see it. Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness stands tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious, make Sylvia spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey everybody, hello everyone, hello, hi, good evening. Yeah, y'all see all the gray hair just coming through. Looks like I don't have any hair, but it's all gray hair is coming through, y'all. Look at it, it's coming through. All right, I know I always gotta come up with something. So I just wanted to show, so just in case people are like, oh, she's bald-headed. No, it's gray hair. It's gray. See, it's all gray. It's coming through. See the gray's coming through the sides. Love lights. I had to give you some sort of ambiance back here. Have to have some sort of ambiance. Give you some peaceful purple. Peaceful purple. So, we're waiting on the late bird. As usual, it's supposed to start at 9 o'clock, but you know, the late bird says, oh, I'm just getting home, and can we do it 9:30? And 9:30 is here, and she is still not ready. She is the late bird. Sonia, that is. She's the late bird in here tonight. So we'll just have to, talk until we see how long it's gonna take her. Yeah, see how long. Yeah, I want my birthday to come in with you guys at 12 o'clock. We're gonna sing happy birthday. So I want my it's so funny that Mel's birthday was last Friday and my birthday is this Friday. That's like amazing? And then Serena's birthday is next Friday, right, Serena? Your birthday is next Friday, right? Yep. How's it? Yeah, Felicia, I'm telling you. Look at this. All of this is just gray hair. It's not bald head. It's gray. See how it is? It's gray hair. And so, you know, Dallas gelled it down and, you know, like it looks like I'm bald-headed. But it's not bald-headed. Trust me, y'all. I got a whole head full of hair. I'm not bald-headed at all. No way. But it does look kind of bald right here. Look at it. Look. Looks kind of bald, don't it? All that gray hair. But it's gray. I promise you, it's just gray hair. But tomorrow we're gonna color this, and it's gonna be one unison color. Okay, we're gonna color this. It's gonna be unison, so it's not gonna look like I'm bald headed. Okay, not gonna be looking like, oh, look at her hairline. She don't have a hairline. No, I actually have a lot of hairline right there. So I just wanna, I just want to let you guys know that. But anyway, there are some things that I needed to bring to you guys' attention. I know some of you guys know Hoover is Nesto's attorney, right? Guess whose attorney he is now too? Guess who is his new client now? You should do a birthday photo shoot. Birthday photo shoot. We'll do it when I turn 60 next year. No, not Cecil's. Not Cecil. Nope. Not Cecil. Nope. Nope. No, Pamela. Nope. Not Cecil. Not Cecil, y'all. I said not Cecil. Y'all keep saying Cecil. No, not Cecil. Yes, I know about your annual birthday. Not Cecil. Not Josh. It's Sarah Grace Patrick. Sarah Grace Patrick is his new client. Because her attorney, the lady that was her attorney, oh, there she is, y'all. There she is. She's on time. She's here. She's here.
I didn't know if I had, oh shit, I didn't see. I was gonna set up my what's the name, but I didn't.
She's here, y'all.
He's so silly. Hold on, let me. That was normal. He's on the phone. All right, let me plug it in. Hey, what you doing? Red hair?
And I'm good. Look, you see all the gray coming through? I was talking to the people about that. So tomorrow I'm gonna color it so it could you like my happy birthday? Now? You like my happy birthday earrings?
Girl, are they like multicolored like?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, wait there. What's tomorrow? February what? 8th, 19th?
20th.
20th?
20th, yes.
Are you 50? Because I'll be 50.
I do blind in the summertime, Pamela. I do blind in the summertime.
You going blind? I have fun with it. That's the best thing with short hair.
I know, but I'm ready to do. I'm
ready to do the most with it.
You know, I love my purple, right? I'm gonna go do my purple. I'm gonna do my purple.
Oh well, she is here.
I like those glasses. They're cute.
Aren't they? I'll get a new pair of glasses like every 2 weeks.
They're so cute.
Soon, and it came in 3, so it's a clear pair. It's this color, and then it's like a turquoise type of color.
So is that reading glasses or prescription glasses?
Reading. I got 1 pair of prescription glasses, and them puppies is broke, and I never went back because I could see with these. So,
oh, okay.
I want to do it. I mean, it's the same, unless you got a one strong eye and one eye. You know what I'm saying? Unless you really got serious. I'm equally blind, so.
Oh, I got a stigma. So one of my eyes is a little bit stronger than the other eye. Yeah. Well, anyway, she said, where you get those glasses from?
Oh, TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx. She got those glasses.
TJ Maxx or Marshalls. One of them places, they always have fun glasses. Readers. They always have fun readers. You just got to catch them. Like they have Betsy Johnson. I don't know who made these. I don't know who made these. I'm not going to read them right now. But yeah, came in. The clear ones are really cute. They're clear.
So let me see them. You don't have them?
They're in the house. I'm out in the RV. They're in the house. Yeah. Because the kids are loud. So I came out here.
Okay.
It's loud. And she's going through something right now. She's going through she's acting like, you know how pregnant women just cry a lot? That's how she's acting. She's just doing a lot of crying. She's only 3.
She pregnant?
She's 3.
No, I'm just saying. So what are you saying?
I'm saying, you know how pregnant girls just cry over anything? You get me? They just be all, oh, that's how she's acting this week. Like, super, like, everything is just making her cry. And I'm just looking at her like, what is the problem? She's only 3. She's not going through anything. She's going through something, apparently, because she's just, like, on some sensitive stuff. But my granddaughter was like, maybe she's just changing.
Oh, but she talks a lot. I tell you one thing. I was like, oh, my God.
More and more. Her conversation is real good.
Yeah.
And I'm getting, okay, so I'm teaching her not to whine and just have a conversation with me, because when she starts whining, and I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about, so I can't even help you. And then she pull out of it and be like, can I have some juice? Be like,
okay, welcome to Sonia. I there's a lot of new people in my chat who, some of them don't know who you are. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, wait a minute, the camera's here. I'm on my phone. Excuse me. You know, we always have technical problems.
We do. That's our name. Technical difficulty. Grandma.
I am a good friend of Nesto.
Yes, a good friend of Nesto.
I'm a good friend of Nesto. I am helping him through his problems in his life.
That's what she is. That's what she's gonna stick with, and that's it. We're not gonna put anything else.
Can't put anything on it, because you don't want to. You got to be whatever we were when he went in. That's where you got to leave it at. That, in my mind, you got to leave it there, because this is a very stressful, emotional, life-ending, life-changing situation, and people can move different ways just off of emotion, and it's not really rational. So you got to leave it where you were before everything started. Get me?
Yeah.
And we were just like boys type of, energy. So you got to leave it there.
Okay. All right, y'all. So those who do not know, there is another case that I have been following, and that is Ernesto Williams, aka Nesto. That's a case that I have been following for the past few years. Nesto has been charged with several different crimes. He has been charged with RICO, and he's the only person on the RICO. He had a co-defendant, but a co-defendant, I didn't see any RICO being charged on her. She has taken a plea deal, so she, I guess, is going to testify against him in this case. He's been in jail for almost 4 years. He has not had a trial. And that is unacceptable, because the county of Fulton County has been doing some crazy stuff, like charging him, then dropping the charge, and then put the charge back up, and then finally get an indictment on that particular charge. And they have been playing the game of prolonging this man's time.
Day in court.
Exactly. So Sonia has been his biggest supporter throughout all of this. She's been his confidant, his friend, his I guess his outlet. Let's say it that way. Sonia has been a rider. She's been there through thick and thin. Some of the things that Sonia has been dealing with is some of the negative, I would say not just comment, just I don't want to say the word hate because I don't want to use that word, but
I'll say it. Hate. Extreme hate, over the top hate, unnecessary hate, lies.
And that's because she's been standing by her friend from the beginning. Sonia, I just finished a case recently, and this man was just convicted. And we have found that there is true corruption in the system. There's true corruption. When they want someone, they will get the person, and they will use the person's past against them. And
they don't play fair.
No, they don't play fair. And that's why I'm saying the same thing as far as Nesto. Nesto has some past convictions, some past charges, and things like that. And so they have utilized his past to push this current these cases. Okay, he's being charged with grape. He is being charged with CP charges. There's so many different charges man's being charged with, and he still has not had his day in court. And it's almost 4 years. And there are people who, like the jurors convicted Mr. Faust, there are people on the internet who have already convicted Mr. William, put him underneath the jail, and then hoping that he never gets out. And they have this mindset that he is guilty, but the law says he's innocent until proven guilty. So I just gave you a little rundown of why Sonia is here, and I bring her on here a lot of time just to have discussion with her, how she feel about the system and stuff, and some of the stuff that she has experienced while working with Ernest with his case. Okay. I do not accept any kind of bashing of Sonia at all, because Sonia and I have become very, very I consider her a friend. I consider Sonia a friend.
Sister wives.
And I'm the sister wives, right? so one of the things I do not accept is anyone bashing her in the chat. And I will not. This is my house, and you have to follow the house rules. I don't care how much what you feel about her. You will not say it in my house. Okay. So do we have that? Okay. Since we put out some of the house rules, we do not bash Sonia at all. If you have a bashing session, you find someplace else to bash her. We're not doing that here. Okay. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you, because I was telling everybody, his attorney has a new client, and her trial starts August the 4th.
What was her date of arrest?
She was arrested last year in July.
Wow.
Exactly.
That went fast.
Very fast.
Diddy's case went fast. Think about it. Diddy got investigated, arrested, and sentenced in a year.
In a year, yeah.
Really, 11 months.
Yes. Thank you, Hubba Bubba. Hubba Bubba said, "Happy birthday, Sylvia. May God bless you, the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I also gifted 2 memberships to your channel as well." Yay! Thank you so much, Hubba Bubba. Lisa, let me play your music for you. Money, money, money. Hello. Money, money, money. So much money. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, tomorrow is officially my birthday, okay? Tomorrow's officially, and then we like if we do here 12 o'clock, then it'll be my birthday. Okay.
It's gonna be your birthday.
Because y'all, I
What
have
are you
to.
doing for your birthday? I thought you was going camping.
Or was I going camping?
I thought you was doing cabins or something.
I'm not. Oh no, that's not. We're not doing that. Oh, I forgot. That it was canceled. I'm sorry, Sonia. It was canceled. I forgot.
Hello, folks. I swear.
Oh my God, you came back and okay, my bad.
Gee.
I thought you was going to Florida.
I am going to Florida because my refrigerator is fixed.
Oh, you got it fixed? Okay.
They played me today. I was there all day today. But anyway, yeah.
Good.
It's fixed. It's fixed. So now I'm going to Miami for I wanna go for a month at least.
Well, you got time because his trial's supposed to not start until when? April? That's if it starts. I'm telling you, this is my prediction. They're gonna just do a plea deal, time served.
You can't even predict anything because his stuff is so from day one. It's the case that keeps on growing.
It keep on growing, not giving up, but growing.
Growing. And my speculation is because all of the original charges are so weak, they keep adding all these little miscellaneous stuff. You know?
And the judge has not ruled on that
RICO motion from over a year ago. It's very frustrating. And I feel like I told you last time, I just felt like the whole everything about that county is corrupt. So nobody's really going to, how this is how the club business is. When you got the head manager stealing and everybody underneath him knows he's stealing, they're stealing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're doing it, why can't I do it? What you gonna do? Fire me? Then I'm gonna tell on you. You get me? For everybody. All departments, I feel like they watch each other's back. They cover for each other because every department's got a big problem. It's not just the DA's office.
In the Fulton County?
Yes. Oh my gosh. From the Board of Elections, Board of Education, Sheriff Department, the DA's office, the jail, the police, everything in that county's got a problem. Everything. And the governor's not doing nothing about it.
Well, he's about to leave anyway, so
I think he don't care. Yeah. Because the thing of it is, it's black on black. As long as they don't touch a white person, they're not gonna be bothered. As long as everything they doing to black people, what's the white man gonna say? Nothing. Have at it. Do what you do. We don't care.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Talk to the people.
Hi, people. Happy belated Valentine's Day. Oh, what? You on the phone with your boo? Oh, she got a boo. Yes, she do. Oh, she put us on picture block.
I'm back. Then she go and talk about boo. Oh, they say congratulations on your thing, but I didn't tell them.
Well, at the thing they did, put it off like it was a done deal. But then when they come back with all them fictitious numbers, when you really sit down, you got it's something totally different, right? And I was like, I'm not doing that because it's something I want. Like I told you, I wanted to do in Miami, and I wanted to always have just one leg in the RV and one leg in a building. So it didn't make sense because there's nothing wrong with the RV that I have. I actually really like it. And I actually like the floor plan better than that one, but I like the exterior of the other one.
The color is beautiful.
And that's what I'm gonna do to this one. I got my estimate today for it.
Oh, so you're gonna do it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the outside because that's what I really liked about the vehicle was the color. So and I said I was gonna do that anyway because I'm not a fan of the white. So, you know, ugh. But so yeah, I'm gonna just wrap it.
Oh wow.
So that's what I'm getting my estimates. I got a $7,500 estimate today. And that's here.
You said you was gonna do it no more than 3.
No, I said I was gonna take my down payment and just wrap it.
Okay.
Because
Gotcha.
my payments was gonna double. And then you know, so it nothing made sense for what I wanted to do. Because again, like I said, I got a building, you know, a house here, and then I getting a space in Miami. So I didn't need to really put all of that. Now it could have made sense, and I guess because I just was loving on it in the moment. So it was like one of those.
Beautiful. The reason why I like the bunk bed that they have on the 2
I like the twin, and I went when I was at the dealership like 5 hours today, and so I went. They had another one, but it wasn't that green. And I went in there again, and I was really looking at the thing, but it's so narrow in the middle. Like when you first come in where the table is, and then you walk to the back, and it's just so narrow right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's because she likes to run back and forth in here. This is so more, you know, this is more. Yeah. So this one actually made more sense. It's just the outside I didn't like. So I could trick the outside out. You know, black folks would get some shit and throw some rims on it and
not some rims, not the rims.
You know how what we used to do back in the day, get a Cadillac and throw some rims on it.
Well, I don't know about that. I never did that, so I don't know.
You knew people, like, I'm not saying you specifically did it, but we knew people that went and got, you know what I'm saying, a 9.8 and threw some rims on it with the rag top, Cadillac.
And souped it up.
We the same age, you know. You know how the 90s were and the 80s before any other race was doing it. Black folks was putting rims and speakers and radios and rag tops on cars.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm gonna get a rag top.
Nah, not the rag top.
I'm gonna get some Trues, some Vogue.
You gonna put some what do you call it?
No, I'm just gonna wrap it. I'm just gonna wrap it a real funky color. I'm either gonna wrap it that green because it's the color inside. And then have the lettering done. I want to reach out to this guy. He's an artist, and have him do, you know, the lettering like in a signature instead of that print. I don't like that.
Thank you, sis. Showing love, sis, to the channel. Right back to the bushes. Thank you. And now you know I gotta play your music, right, Rand? Hold on, let me play her music. Hold on.
Everybody got music.
So much money. Sonia, I need you to dance. I need you to dance when that music come on. No, I need you to do the pole dance.
Old people dance, we show our age. And so no. Because I don't be out like that on a regular to be like. So when I do things, I show my age.
Do that dance again.
I show my age. And when I'm around my granddaughter and I be, you know, she be like, oh, I know. I show my age. I don't be out like I used to. Things shut down. You know what I'm saying? You get old and things just don't work. You ain't as flexible. I don't roller skate no more like I used to.
In our mind, we are. In my mind, I'm still.
My mind is still cool for, you know, but my body's just been on pause. Especially these last 5 years. Now, before I got sick, I was good to go. Because I was, you know, dating a young guy. And so I was out kicking it and, you know what I'm saying? But, no.
Okay, and those knees, too. I know my knees.
Be popping.
Oh, gosh. Well, anyway. Oh, I wanted to tell you something. Recently, I made a request because, you know, I was doing my little Cecil calls and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I called Cobb County. They had told me that I couldn't get Cecil calls anymore because it's considered exempt information. So I called them up and I said, why am I not getting these? She says, well, they have made some changes in some procedural changes in the office. And that is they can no longer give out calls for inmates that have not gone to trial.
With open cases?
With open cases. So
that's
then I said to them, I said, well, Ernest Williams calls are coming through. She says they won't be coming through anymore. So Nesto's call will no longer be able to be available for those who, for the enjoyment of the people.
Well, all the good ones are out, so I mean, we don't talk about anything anymore. Just hi. Okay. All right, click. Cause you just, not changing that up, no matter what they say.
Because they're gonna release it after he gets
they're gonna release it. Yep. And then they're gonna really they're gonna keep going with the old calls until the case is over, and then try to jump back in with where we left off. You know how the season stops and they play the reruns over the summer? And then the new season starts when school starts. That's back in the day, right, with television. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna keep playing these old videos, because the older ones, the first year calls were the best anyway, because I was just, you know what I'm saying, we weren't on YouTube, so we were just freely talking. So, but now we just hi, bye, love you, miss you, bye, hi. What you need? All right, send it. Okay, everything good. All right, click. That's it.
So how's he doing anyway?
He's fine.
Okay, well, you put a smile on your face when you said that. Why?
We had a video call. Yeah, 2 days ago. We had a video call 2 days ago. And I finally got my text messages to work. I was off for almost a week and I couldn't text. It was something with the system, they said. So I was able to start texting him today.
Okay.
I always smile when I think of him. He to me, to
you, you always smile when you think of him?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any bad thoughts of him. You know what I'm saying? He was a good person to me. I have no, smile when I think of a lot of people.
Randa says, so will you still be rocking with him if he gets convicted?
Yeah.
Yes, she said yes. She's a friend.
Because being convicted in Fulton County doesn't mean you're guilty.
Okay.
Let's be real now. If you got to come to court and lie.
Okay.
Because a lie don't support the truth ever. That's all. That's how I look at it, If you go in and you always tell the truth, then you can be like, okay, there's a solid case, there's this, because they're coming in and they're not, you know what I'm saying? And they're being honest. But when you're coming in with the lies, and every time we show up, it's lies. And then you know the person's character, because you always got to go off the character too. And then what makes sense in real time, you always got to do that as well. And then you just got to look at the history of the office you're dealing with. And that's why I always watch any and everything that got to do with her office. Everything. The Trump case, which that's a hot mess. Young Thug's case, hot mess. It's 4 inmates now that I talked to, their family. They're going through the same thing that Nesto's going through. He is not the only person going through it like that. He's just been sitting in there 3 years plus, never getting their day in court, and in there, and they're saying on false charges. And they keep moving them around and doing the same thing, the same game thing, playing, resetting stuff, dropping stuff, bringing it back. He is not the only person going through what they're doing to him. He is not the only person getting affected by that.
That's so true.
It is. I know 4 other people that he connected me to their family since he been locked up.
Randa said She don't want to have nothing to do with no Nesto sector. She don't want nothing to do with it. So, hold on a second. Folks are texting me right now. Lord have mercy.
You didn't text.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have any kind of like high hopes on well, I guess I can answer my own question. No. Right. As far
Gotta
as
keep hope. You gotta always, well, he stayed prayed up, so you gotta just always when he go to court, you gotta talk. That's just what it is. You can't.
So you suggest that he testify on his behalf?
Especially since everything that has went on and transpired with YouTube, he has to talk. Everything's a one-sided story right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's only one person's perspective because all his cases. Look at what all his cases are. They're all relationships with females. They're not like and then that one guy, but they're all like people he was kicking it with, right? So you know how that can always go. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It can be some in history with females and how they move with their dates. They usually tell stories to come off as a victim. But I don't even think that. I think they went in and told what happened, and the detective went and twisted everything and made everything a crime because they never went to the police about any of that stuff.
So
Only person that ever went to the police was the teacher, and she only reported the car. She didn't say anything else. But when they went through his phones and went through his stuff, that's when they started calling and contacting people. And then so what went on and what happened? And they weren't saying it in a matter of this is a crime against me. They were just telling the story of this is what how we were together and this is what we did and we drove here and you know what I'm saying? And they were just saying it like that. I think she went in and because unless he go to trial, it'll never come to light. Remember that. You take a plea, nothing comes to light. So they can charge him with a billion trillion things. It doesn't even matter because we're going to make it so that he has to take this plea. No bond. Keep adding stuff and make him look like the biggest villain. Because if he goes to trial, we're screwed because we don't have anything to support what we've been saying. Why do you think they
you know what? Look like the case, because let me tell you, because of the case that I just seen, there was things where there was no evidence. The only evidence they had was the DNA. No forced entry or anything like that, but he was charged with that robbery. He was convicted of robbery. He was charged with sodomy and he was convicted of sodomy. And but there was no.
What county was this?
This was Athens, Clark County.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, so
you just don't know. You gotta they look at, and then too, another thing. Every time we kept going to court, they just kept bringing up his past. You keep bringing up his past. That means your case is that weak. We're not here on his past. This is not even a RICO argument. Because that's why Judge Adams said what she said. Like, why y'all keep bringing up all this old stuff? Why are we here today? What's going on today? Let's talk about that. You keep bringing up some stuff that happened 30 years ago in the 90s when this dude was in his early 20s. And a lot of people was lost and on some, you know what I'm saying? Stuff in their 20s. So what's going on today? Because if you keep bringing up what happened 30 years ago, that again tells me how weak your case is. I don't have to bring up what you did. Da, da, da. You can go over and say, you know, he has a past, and then you have that segment where you go over it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to argue one thing. But every time we kept going to court, even with the plenary, they kept bringing up, well, this, and I'm sitting there like, why y'all keep bringing up 30 years ago? Bring up what's going on today and why we here. Bring that up. Let's talk about that. They never talked about why we were here. You know, they kept talking about, well, 30 years ago and then, 20 years ago. I'm like, okay, he was already tried. He already did the time. Let's go. Let's talk about why we're here.
Yeah.
And just, if you got a case, let's talk about the case. If a person cheated on you, you're not going to bring up something that happened 30 years ago with another person that has nothing to do with cheating. You know? But you know the book, you know how you was when you you know? It's different. I mean, certain things like violent crimes and sexual crimes, that's a mental pattern. I get that. But his wasn't that. He doesn't have a sexual history. He doesn't have a violent history other than the fact that they said it was an armed robbery, but it wasn't a person like a domestic history, where he just beating on his women and you know what I'm saying? And all these police calls to the house and this woman scared and this woman, only thing all his exes said was he was a cheater. That's what all the exes say about him. They didn't say he was mean. They didn't say he was crazy. They just said he was a cheater. So and you got some people that are serial cheaters. Some people just aren't meant to be with one person. And I think half of all men aren't. But you just got to be honest about that and just know your truth and live in it, and don't sit there and try to be something that you can't be.
Which is faithful.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't lie about it and just tell a person this is who I am. You can either live with it or not, but be honest about it. Not everybody should, you know what I'm saying? But if because I've been in a relationship where guys was like, okay, look, I ain't trying to be, serious and da. Okay, bet. I could like you however you need to be liked. But tell me in the beginning. Don't wait till somebody get all caught up and emotional. You know what I'm saying? I'm in love with you, and you be like, oh yeah, by the way, I meant to tell you last year when we met that I don't, I want to be with a bunch of women. Damn it.
But there's some women who's okay with that.
I'm okay with whatever if I know the day one. That's how I look at stuff. But nowadays it's just you can't, because people are so crazy. You got women killing wives because they want the man. Like this one girl popped up and sometimes it's a skit, popped up at the dude's house and the wife answered the door and she just, he mine and da. You know what I'm saying? So you put people at risk because you don't know how crazy and how attached these other ones be getting. And that's the only problem with it today. Back then, we didn't have all the serious issues that they have today with these people. But we didn't have the music and we didn't have the love and hip hop. We didn't have, the influences that make people just quick to be. And the parenting skills of these people are a little bit different. So it's just a different climate. So it's really not safe to, because girls catch feelings and then they want to go and run you over, shoot you, mess your car up, pull
men
up.
Men catch feelings too.
It's guys too that do it, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying from my perspective, I'm not going to have, hopefully, a guy walk up on me and be like, what's up? And I need him. And you know what I'm saying? That would be that scenario. You get me? But with me, it would be a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I've not going to have never had anything.
Thank you, Dom.
Give me that grief.
Let me play my music for my baby Dom. Hold on, Dom. There we go. So much money. Money. So much money. Sonya, you're supposed to be dancing.
Twerk.
Yeah, if y'all want to see Sonia dance. Since people claim that you were a pole dancer, right?
Yeah, they thought I was a pole dancer. That man would be rubbing all on me.
Look, Dom say he like them older too.
Trump. You like them older? You like the senior citizens? You know what I'm saying? I could school you.
Oh, all right. Hold on a second.
I could
Dom,
school
I'm gonna
you.
put the link in here for you to come on up, Dom. Hold on a second. You put the link up because you know Dom gonna come up. Hold on, come on, Dom. Come on up, Dom. What are you doing over there? You looking down?
Nothing. Are you?
You're arguing?
I'm having political arguments with people.
Let's not bring no politics up here. Please, no politics.
Well, I ain't say nothing, girl. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't want to talk about that crap. People need a break from that.
Yeah, I don't want to do politics.
I was watching these tiny houses because, you know, I'm obsessed. And, you know, sometimes you got to look outside your culture and see how other people move. And I think that's the biggest problem with us is that we just don't ever look at how other cultures move, and we just always focus on what we doing, and we don't be doing stuff right sometimes. But so a lot of them Caucasians don't have televisions, right? They was like, I don't have a TV, or I don't have a TV, I don't have a TV, because remember, TV was created to control. And then most everything on the television is a lie or a facade, or you know what I'm saying? So I was like, they just have books.
It's illusion.
You know, so it is. It's a waste of mind, it's a waste of time, and it's poison. It used to be entertaining, you know, in the 90s, but as you know, we got into reality television, it became garbage, and it just it fries your brain. It have people on edge. It have people ready to be like this. You know, because there's no love. There's no love in our culture. None. Nothing. There's nothing about our culture that we could see that's about love. I was talking to my ex the other day. Me and him was talking about his ex, or his soon-to-be ex. And he was like, she listened to a lot of female rap.
Wait. The one that we saw driving in her car, that's going to be an ex song?
The one that we saw driving.
When I met up with you, and she was getting into her car. Remember, she drove around, came back.
Yeah, her.
Oh.
So he was talking about all she listened to is female rappers. And I said, that's the big telltale sign right there. You don't want to deal with nobody. Because what do all female rappers talk about? They're very hateful, negative. You know, they don't talk about
I don't listen to rap, so
I don't listen to no unless it's old rap. I don't listen to anything new except for A Boogie with the hoodie. I love him. Yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, that's the only rapper.
I was like, okay.
That's the only rapper that I really love, and he raps kind of about everything. You know, love, street stuff. You know, just he has a variety of things. He's just not a drill rapper, or you know, all about the ops, or you know, F girls. You know, he raps about everything. So I just really like him, and he's independent. He's not controlled, you know, by the executives that have us going like, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, like I said, so yeah, they was just saying, it's just none of them. A couple of them had TVs, but most of them was like, no, I don't have a television. I just read. And I was like, that's a better mindset. Because a lot of this stuff we keep seeing is very stressful. And you really don't need it in your mind space if you cannot control it. If we can control the situation and change the situation, then okay, put it in my mind space. But when you cannot control or change, it's best not to even have it in your head.
Mm.
And a lot of it's, again, lies, not real information. Because they need us to move and act accordingly. So I just feel like, I was like, I said this was going to be my last television. I said I'm not going to buy another TV. I'm going to try books.
You want to try books, like different books every day?
Heck, so I got a 3-year-old. What? I wish. No, I'm just going to, get into reading and kind of pull away from things that all that garbage. It's garbage. It's just a lot of garbage that get in your head. You want to, especially because we're older now, the memory's not all there. And I was telling my daughter when I was driving her somewhere, and she was trying to, she was trying to rely on me getting her there without directions. And I was like, I'm just here to drive you. You need to tell me where you need to go and how to get there, because I'm not even trying to think right now. I don't even want to think. So point out which way we need to go, say it out loud, because I just felt like I don't want to add anything to my memory today. She looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, no, I'm for real. I don't even want to think today. So where you need to go, tell me left, tell me right, and I'm just going to follow your voice. I don't even want to think about, I know how to do this. I know how to get you here. I don't even want to think today. I think it's a lot when you're this old and I've been raising children for the last 38 years.
Last 38 years?
My oldest is 38.
Oh, okay.
So for 38 years, I'm raising kids, And so it just, you got to do what you got to do,
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do. Some things are put in your lap for a reason. You just got to, what I'm saying? You just got to do it. Got to be selfless and just, like when I met Nesto, I was in that fuck out my face space, right?
In your what space?
Fuck out my face space. That's how I was feeling about, how
I didn't hear you what you said.
Fuck out my face space.
Get the F out my face. Get the F out my face.
Space. Oh. That's where my mind was at when I met him.
Okay.
I didn't want to be bothered, right? I'm saying that's how he came, but I just, when I seen him walk towards me, I was like, I didn't want to be bothered, right? But something, connects you and keep you for some reason around. And I think it was just all our conversations were like 30 years ago conversation or 20 years ago conversation. It was not in the now. It was past life conversations,
like things that y'all could connect, because
he really didn't talk much. He don't really say much. It was more so his ear. He was just an ear. And I was just talking about my past, the getting shot.
So you started talking about right away? You started talking about you getting shot stuff right away about that? Or
the first night that we had a meetup at a deli. And at first it just wasn't a conversation. I was just sitting there because I didn't want to be bothered, right? My sister talked to me, oh, and I'm like, I just don't want to be fucking bothered, man. She said, oh, you never know. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to be bothered. And I just went on a date earlier that day with this young dude who just got out of a relationship, living in a hotel. And I'm looking at him like, why are you on a dating site? Because I met him on a dating site. And I'm like, why are you even on a dating site and you homeless? You know what I'm saying? And you got a case because you was just like, what is wrong with you? So then I got to meet me. And I'm like, I don't want to be bothered. And so I did it. I went up and met him anyway. It was on the way to my house. So
was he on the dating site too?
No, I met him in person. I didn't meet him on a dating site.
So
he was on a dating site. But that's not how I met him. No, I didn't meet him on a dating site. I'm just saying, once I met him and everything, and then we had a conversation. It was talking about the property and everything. And it was just but you can always tell when a person got a little extra in the conversation. And that's why I was just like, we was talking business and this, because it was the property. I was looking at it and he wanted the property too. And I was like, damn it. He got the lease the day after I got the phone number to call about the space, because me and this investor was looking for space. And I saw it and I was like, and then when he met me in front, at the space, and I was like looking at him like, I know you not, talking about like, and then he was like, yeah, I got the keys. And I was like, oh, what are the odds? What are the chances? Right? I just was looking at this space yesterday, not even talking to you about it. And then here you are sitting in front of it with the keys. And I'm sitting here like, how weird is that? I said, I literally was going to call these people tomorrow about renting this out.
Was it the same barbershop?
It was the place on Peachtree.
Okay.
In Buckhead. It's a nail shop now, but it's one of the flawed situations.
Was that the one that was a 24-hour?
No, I didn't know him then.
Okay.
You talk about some stuff that happened 10 years ago. 24 hours was like 2015, 2014, 2000.
Oh, that was already gone?
Yeah, they tore that building down and built something up. And then the first one was, I think, the gas station was the one. Yeah. He was next door to the gas station. Mm-hmm. And I think that was before he even met her. And I think that was 2013, 2012, around there. I didn't meet him until 2020. So he didn't have any of those businesses when I met him. But no, it was just a conversation. It was just sometimes you just click and you just meet a person and you can just vibe with them. And it wasn't on no sex. It wasn't on no type. It was just, we vibed off of RVs because that was the icebreaker. Because I was just sitting there looking at him like, why am I here? And he didn't start talking on the phone about the RV and RV this. And I'm like, like RVs? And he was like, yeah. I was like, you got one? And he was like, yeah. And then it was just, boop. That was the.
So did y'all do a couple RVs, camping like the ones we went to?
No, we never did that.
No, okay.
I only saw him maybe 5-6 times. I didn't see him like that. We had a conversation then. We talked for like 3 hours, 4 hours. Mm-hmm. And then the next day I saw him, I think. And we talked again for like 4 hours. But it was all like past conversations. And then he had mentioned he had, went to prison. And
did you run the hills when you heard that? Did you be like, shoo, no, I don't want to talk to you?
No, because his whole, so when I have met a couple of people that, about that life. A lot of people I know, especially in my 20s. That's about that life. He didn't come off like he was about that life. When he was mentioning it, he was saying it like, he was saying it in a way where it was an embarrassment. And, I kind of like, don't like talking about it. I'm not that person. That was the energy I was getting. Because I met some guys that got out of jail and be like, what's up? What we doing? And it be on that whole sounded like a scam conversation. He could just feel it and sense it and be like, oh yeah, you're trying to go back to jail. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that conversation. It was more so he was sad about the situation. That's how he was coming off. You get me?
Uh-huh.
And he never act like when they was trying to say like in court, oh, this is what he does, and he uses his marriage and how he get women to fall for him. And I'm sitting there like, how does that even make sense? Hi, I'm married to Shirley. You want my number? Like that don't even make sense to even say that. But that's what she was saying in court, that's how he was wooing chicks. So he was going up to him and telling him, this is who I'm married to, and can I talk to you? And I'm like, in what world does that work? How I got a wife, let's get together, and this is who she is. And I'm sitting there like that is not how people are not attracted to that. That is not how, that's not a pickup situation. That's not how, I don't get that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
At all. It didn't even make sense when she said that out her mouth. And I was like, you're really stretching. Like, if you went to that court hearing, like you read the transcripts, but if you just really
I was supposed to be reading
up for that. Yeah, you need to read that one.
Yeah, I forgot
to really read that one. The one about the R case and the CP. Read that case. The one I gave you that. And everything in that whole courtroom was so laughable. And the whole time Manning's just on the computer, like looking like she playing solitaire. She was not engaged. She didn't ask any questions. She didn't say anything until it was time to rule. And it was just so pathetic. So pathetic. I was just like, this is a joke. It was just a joke. But yeah, the way he sounded, it just sounded like, that's not me, or something just happened in my life, wrong place, wrong time. That was the energy he was giving when he was talking about his past. And I was talking about mine like, that gangster. You know what I'm saying? I was doing this, I was doing that. That's how the energy I was given. So, and I told my story first. So he didn't have to come and act if that, you know what I'm saying? Because it was an act. He didn't have to act that way because how I was coming off, and I told my story first. I've been in jail twice. I used to do this, I used to do that, I used to run up and down the interstate. I flew some shit to California. Like I was like in my 20s, I was like,
how much time did you serve?
6 months the first time, and then 8 months. A total of a year.
Okay.
Total of a year. Yeah. But
so we got a roughneck over here.
Roughneck. I just like that's why I be in my kids' ear like through their 20s real strong. They don't understand that our parents cut us off at 18 and was like, okay, you're grown, see you later, good luck out there, and no other race does that. They keep their kids in the house. When you're ready, you're ready. If you're not, stay as long as you want, 27, 30, as long as you got a job and you wash your ass, I don't care, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I turned 19, I had my daughter and I moved into my place. My parents didn't call me. They didn't check on me.
Mm-hmm.
Mother was off over here. My dad was off doing this, so it was just me figuring it out at 19. Got this kid. And I was isolated when I was raised. So I really wasn't, And then what did I do? I went out to the clubs, and then seemed like all of the dudes that worked for the city, that's what they used to say. What you do? I work for the city. And they was all dealers, drug dealers and stuff, talking about I work for the city. And then it was just that was in the clubs. I should have went to the clubs, but I didn't know. I was just in the clubs, and this is who we hanging around, and this is who we, dealing with. And, and then it ended up, that was the crowd. And then what do you do when you hanging around the bad crowd? You start doing bad shit. Start doing bad shit. And so, oh, sure. Yeah, take this to Detroit for me. All right, that cool. Take this over here. Wrap me here. And it's just out here doing little stupid stuff. With nobody to try to guide you to say, what you doing? What you do today? Who you hanging around? Don't do that. Like I'm in my kid's ear. Don't do that. Da 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 da. constantly. And they look at me like, leave me alone. I'll be like, girl, or boy, I'm only giving you what I wish I had in my 20s. I had zero. I had to figure that out. I had to figure it out. And prison twice. Shot. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. You know?
So how was it in jail? You said prison, right? How was it
It
in
was
prison?
prison. It wasn't jail, it was prison.
So how was it in prison?
It's like an all-girls school. That's what it looked like to me.
Did you feel
it's different now because the people you're around is different. Like back then, the people, the people that you were around weren't as like jacked up as people today. So of course it was like, and it was different back then. It wasn't like it is today. I'm sure you didn't have the drugs. It wasn't so. I mean, you still had homosexuality in there. You had girls that was walking around with beards and mustaches and fades, and I'm just sitting here, and I never seen that on the streets. And I was just like, what the hell is that? And I was just like grown, and but other than it just looked like an all girls school. That was the vibe I got. They didn't bother you, They they liked you. They would just tell you, and you could just be like,
you
no.
never getting out?
Girl, this only a year. What? Huh?
Oh, you knew how long you're gonna be in there when you went in.
They tell you when you get sentenced.
Oh.
6 months I did. No, 8 months I did 6 months. I got a year. I did 8 months. Yeah. It was cool. I came back real nice and thick. My grandmother was like, you know what? You should go back, because I had lost the weight in a matter of 2 months. But I was eating 3 times a day. In the streets, I was never really eating because I'd just be running and running and running. I would never eat. I think I had gained 10 pounds the second time, because I was eating 3 meals a day.
Doc want to know, when was this?
1990. When OJ was running, because I saw that from prison.
Oh, you
OJ was in the van.
That was in 94 then.
Okay, 94. And then the second time was 1997, 98. 97, 98.
So, Auto Doc, you been to prison too? Auto Doc.
I don't think the system was as corrupt as it is today. So I think back then when you would go, like my judge just kept, I had a really old, and my attorney told me he was racist. I really didn't pay attention or know him to really know what he was. But he was a real stickler, and my attorney was just so depressed, when I got sentenced, and I was just looking at him like, I mean, it is what it is. Don't worry about this shit.
Did you plead guilty, or you were lost at the trial?
One was a trial and one was a plea. And that I had the worst lawyer at my trial. And then my witnesses didn't show up. And I didn't testify. I should have testified. You got to understand, these lawyers, most of them don't give a F. And they push pleas because they don't want to do the work. And they really don't give a shit. So they always want to push a plea, or you writing down notes and you telling them what to say, and then they just ignore it. But this is my life. And you don't necessarily have to be a lawyer to understand you need to make these points, because sometimes when you're in court and it's criminal, street sense has a lot to do with it, because it's criminal, So it's like, put this in real life and make it make sense. Because what she was saying, the prosecutor, didn't even make sense. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
But here, my attorney, he's not arguing every time she says something. He letting it go. And I'm like, hello? You're supposed to argue. If she bring up roses, you need to argue. Roses was dead and da-da-da-da-da, and she's allergic, or whatever it is, to discount what she just came out her mouth and said. And he was just, man, shoot him in the foot, dumb. He was just, and I'm just looking at him the whole time, like, for real? White dude. Sorry as fuck. But, it is what it is. Gave me a year. I did 8 months. And
Oh, so you had a year, and then so it's only 85% that you have to do.
Okay, that's all.
Huh?
8 months. I did 8 months.
Say it again.
I guess I did 8 months. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, I missed my kid. That was the only bad part about it. I had a daughter. So outside of that, it wasn't. It wasn't bad. You go there, you know, read, and I
You do
just
what you
read,
have to
watched
do.
TV, and ate. Hmm?
You just do what you have to do, right?
I just read, ate, and watched
Survive.
television. That's it. And you know, I had 2 friends both times. Two friends that I talked to. I didn't really talk to a lot of people because you know I don't do females like that because they crazy. So you know I was cool with 2 chicks each time. Was I cool with somebody the first? Oh, the first time I knew a lot of people from the streets. That's what that was. The first time I kind of sat by myself. The
Mm-hmm.
first time I didn't sit around or deal with nobody. I just knew people from the streets that was in there. 'Cause we used to be, you know.
And was this in Florida?
No, I didn't move to Florida till I was 38.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me get myself. This was Cleveland. Cleveland. But yeah, you know, we'll see what happens with his case. You know, you can't even put a prediction on it because when he first went to jail and didn't get bond, and then they was saying all kind of stuff, like it was just crazy. It's just been a crazy ride from day one. It just don't none of that stuff makes sense. And people, like I say, I've been invested in the situation since 2 weeks after 3 weeks after he got arrested. After he got arrested. And they leaked the story purposely. It was leaked. It was leaked to Storm. You know, they wanted it to go out. They wanted it. You know how from the election they was paying them those sites to keep promoting and saying things, you know, against the red team so that everybody would stay blue because they knew we was watching the Shade Room. We was in the Hollywood Unlocked. We was in all of these black based type of sites, you know. We was there for Love and Hip Hop and the Housewife, but they was throwing politics in there. Then they started making it more political than Love and Hip Hop, you know, and they was just trying to win over the people that way. And so that being the thing, they started doing it with criminal cases. So they leaked it, and then they were leaking information that they shouldn't have been privy to. And we argued that in court, and the judge still was like, no, they was leaking some stuff they had no business leaking. And I couldn't understand why you would want when the prosecutor was arguing that they don't do a what's it called? I don't want you to talk. When they was trying to
pleading the fifth?
No, when they was trying to shut down the media. Remember we had that motion hearing to shut down.
To do a
I can't think of the term, but anyway. Why he was arguing
gag order.
A gag order. Right. So when we arguing the gag order, why are you arguing for them not to have one? Why is it so important that you want people talking in the phone calls out there? He knew what was going on with YouTube, and he was arguing for that stuff to still stay out there like that, knowing this is hurting the case and it's making the case not a fair case because they keep trying to put him in a guilty light. That's all they kept saying the first 2-3 years. He did it. He did it. He this, he that, he this, he that. No evidence. They didn't see anything other than the accusation.
Yeah.
And they was eating it up because they wanted that energy. Because why? Because your case is weak. That could be the only reason why you want that kind of energy. It's because your case is weak. And you need all of that negative energy, all of the people out there saying he did it that don't know nothing, you know, because this is helping your case. This is helping my case. Because why would you not want a gag order on a case. And it's just YouTube gossip. These aren't real people coming forth and saying real things. This is all gossip, twisted information with no facts, no, this is where I got it from, and you can just this, that, and the other, and fact check me, and all of this is real information. No, it was she a hoe, and he up this, and she, you know what I'm saying? It's a side piece, and it was just on that level. It was on some love and hip hop level. All it was no type of factual, education based reporting. It was just straight hood, and they were pushing for that to stay out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking at them like, why? Why do you even want that out there? Oh, that's right, because y'all keep leaking it. Y'all the ones that's telling them stuff. Y'all the ones that got them, because Storm Monroe, how did he even know? Nesto was a nobody. And a lot of people didn't even know who she was unless you faithfully watched the radio show. So,
Steve.
Again, this wasn't about Steve.
I know, but they did put Steve's name in there.
That's how Tasha and them tried to link it, because she had this thing against Steve where she kept nonstop talking about him and his wife. And I couldn't understand her obsession with them. And I'm like, did he date her? Is she like hurt? Like, why does she every day keep talking about this man's wife? And this man who that she doesn't even know, but she was talking about him like they had something personal that went south, and she's bitter behind it because she was obsessively talking about him for a while. And then I guess she stopped, once she, got a little bigger with her situation. But because I kept seeing that before this happened. I kept seeing a whole bunch of Steve's wife and the bodyguard, Steve this, Steve that. And I'm sitting here like, why do these people keep talking about them? This is crazy. And so what? Who cares? That's not nobody's business but theirs. Why is this a story? Why are y'all talking about who his wife is supposedly doing and him and and it was just, and he even made a comment when he had to say something about the black hate and how there's no support amongst each other. And I was like, you ain't lying, because you don't see no other race doing that. None. You don't see no white folks just nonstop other than Trump just bashing each other, or just bashing, Brad Pitt and Brad Pitt this and Brad Pitt that. And we, what I'm saying, or just nonstop. They don't have, no other person has that, race has that energy but us. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Self-destruction. Self-destruction. That's all it is. Self-destruction. We're destroying ourselves, and we're not there. I feel like we're doomed.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to get any better, because too much hate, and and everything, and everybody's hateful. Everybody want to be bitter, name calling, instead of trying to go out there and, it's the system that's the problem, and the system needs to be fair.
Kim says, why didn't this lawyer put a stop to his phone calls?
Exactly.
Didn't he try?
He tried. And again, that was part of the gag order thing too. And again, the judge said no. And I don't even know why he said no to that. But I feel like he's team prosecutor anyway. So yeah. I mean, come on. Show be to tell.
Yeah.
You can't tell me anything, and I'm seeing something totally different when you so yeah. Because when they argued again on that Fourth Amendment, and his team killed it, they won that. You were sitting right there with me, and then he went to the prosecutor and was like, "Okay, so I'm gonna give you some more time to come back," and and I'm just looking like, "What? No, they lost. Make the ruling, done deal."
Yeah.
The dog, a drug dog, like what? Are you? And then you were only supposed to look for drugs. Why are you in his briefcase, on his computer, in his paperwork? You're only supposed, when you get a drug dog signal, you're only supposed to look for drugs, nothing else. So why were y'all all in the computer, all in the paperwork, all, what I'm saying? wasn't drugs. That's not drugs.
Thank you, Auto Doc. Because some Auto Doc asked, why is the chat so quiet, right? And
I gotta be nice. They don't want to.
This one put in here, they are silent because they have been told that they cannot hold Sonia accountable. Let her cook, right? So then he goes and said, who wants to hold her
accountable for what?
Exactly.
Because that's how they framed it 3 years ago. This is how they started everything, and everybody's still running with the narratives that those bloggers put out there. Sonya's a liar. Sonya's a liar. What am I lying about? I'm not involved in his shit, so I don't have to lie about anything. Oh, well, you said you didn't sleep with him. You did. Okay, so first of all, who I sleep with is nobody's business. Period. I don't know you. I'm not going to sit here and discuss if I slept with somebody or not. And if I say no or none of your business.
That is so true, because nobody's asking them about who they slept with.
It's just none of your business, because I didn't come out here to talk about. Like, I was quiet. When all of this came out, and Nelson used to tease me and was like, so are you going to say something? I'm like, I'm shutting down everything. I shut down all my pages. And I told my sisters and them, take me off everything. Take my name down, because they didn't know my last name, but they kept looking. They kept looking. They kept looking. And I was like, no, I don't want to be known. I don't want to be out here. And then the girl put me out there, and she just kept saying stuff and saying stuff and saying stuff. And then I was like, I gotta say something, because Alpha is making me look like da 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 da. She kept struck her thing and my mother, and it was just nonstop. And I think she did 3 videos, and then I said something, and then they went straight to trying to ask me all of my personal business. I'm not here to discuss my business like that. I'm just here to say, why are y'all lying on me? Why are y'all calling me a fat chick? Why are y'all saying this, that, and the other? If I was a side chick, no problem. But you're not a side chick unless you're doing side chick activities.
So what's a side chick activity?
I don't know, dating on a regular, like if that was your boyfriend type of activities. But you're not the main. And it was never that. I could show you all the text messages between me and him. It was never that. It was never that. We talked about cars and RVs. 99% of our conversation, cars, RVs, and ambulances, and how's my health. That was it. It was never no miss you, boo. Need anything? Can't wait to da-da-da-da-da. It was never that. It's like our conversations now. Our conversations are romantic. Our conversations weren't even romantic then. He had a reminisce conversation, and then that was it. But it was never no, I can't wait for you to come my bed, and then, it was never that. It was never that tone of conversation. It was me venting about the club, venting about work. It was always, it wasn't no, yeah, my bed, and da-da-da. It was never no type of sexual undertone or no type of boo in the conversation. But they twisted it to make it seem like, no. How about read the warrant and read what those other girls were saying? He was staying with me. He was taking me to work. He left me a car. That's a boo. Okay. He's picking me and my son up. He left me a vehicle. He left 3 of them vehicles. That's a boo thing. Okay. Not I. We was just friends. But anyway, apparently they know my life better than me. And when I talk about what it is, but it doesn't matter, because this whole thing is about his case. It ain't about me. It ain't about me. It's about his case. Doesn't matter me. I'm just supporting him. And because a lot of us don't support family and friends when they going through it, it's a bit different for y'all, because a lot of people bail on people. Because you said 90% of people that's sitting in jail don't have no support, no family, no nothing. Now let something happen to them and they die like that poor boy did, and here come the family, come the lawsuit. Yeah, we need a couple $1 million. This bond was $100. How come you just didn't bond him out? Yeah. We suing because he dead now. That's crazy. That boy that died in that infested cell, his bond, he had a disturbing type of case or whatever he was fighting or something, one of them type of little stupid cases. But his bond was $250. And he was in there over 6 months.
Wow.
And the thing again with that is he got time served. For what his charge was, he shouldn't have been in jail for 6 months. They should have had a hearing with everybody with these little stupid cases and get them out of there. But they know the more bodies, the more money, the more funding. So let them sit in jail because, again, remember, everybody's supporting everybody because they're all linked. The more people that you don't give a bond and you sit there and you hold them in jail and don't hear their case, the sheriff gets funding because I have 2,000 people in my jail. So I need, $15 million. The more bodies, the more money. More bodies, the more money. No one pays attention to the system, not in the right way. They pay attention to it in the wrong way. Pay attention to the system because anybody can get caught up and get caught in that system. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. It's not right. Watch a lot of those channels and that whole, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. That whole county is a hot mess. You just gotta watch how they move on all cases. And then you sit there and you want to trust what they're doing in court, but you saw how you looked at the Young Thug case was different how I looked at the Young Thug case. I'm studying how they move. I'm studying everything, how they brought what information and how they took this boy's stuff and they knew he earned it legally, but they took all his cars and his money. And then they tried to hold on to it. That's corrupt. Y'all know he got all that stuff legally, but you're trying to take what he earned? Trying to take his money? He didn't make millions selling drugs. He didn't even probably make, but not even $10,000 maybe. I don't think he was making hundreds of thousands of dollars selling drugs. He wasn't a kingpin. So how are you taking all of these cars worth over $1 million, all this jewelry, all of this stuff, and he a multi-million-dollar artist that tours, and his net worth is over $10 million. How do you justify that? Then when the boy got found not guilty, they're gonna hit him with a fight charge.
Yeah.
Why didn't you hit him with a fight charge when the fight broke out?
Yeah, true.
Why didn't you hit it when then? Like it's all corrupt. But then you want to say, oh, but they're doing this person right. They're doing everything by the book over here. No, they're not. No, they're not. There's too many flaws for you to sit there and say that they're right by anybody. Anybody. Unless they're Caucasian. But our people, and they want to talk about, oh, no, y'all are the most racist people in the world. Black and all, y'all racist. Racist as hell. They did that boy wrong. They did Young Thug wrong. This whole case, it brought on people talking about the guy went to work and his car got shot up. And I'm sitting there like, well, okay, so what's he testifying to? What's he talking about? Is he gang related? No. Do we know he did it? No. He was at work, came home, his truck was shot up. Why is he even talking? And then grandma opened the door, went to her room, she got shot in the butt. You know who did it? No. Did you see it? No. Why is she testifying? Because everything she's talking about is hearsay. Because she didn't know. She's not gang affiliate. She in the room with the door closed and got shot through a door. What are we talking about here? Why is she on the stand? You get me? It's a bunch of nothing to support a weak ass case. That's all that was. That's all that showed me. That y'all had a bunch of nothings up there to support a weak ass case. Because you promised that man's mama you was going to get that boy. That's the rumor. So you're going after him. And nothing made sense. Nothing made sense.
That's true.
They stressed the hell out that boy. You saw his face when he took that plea.
Yeah.
He was tired. Tired.
out,
I just
worn
want to
out.
go home. I'm tired.
Yep. Not another holiday in here.
Let me tell you, county is no joke. I only sat in county maybe 3 days. County is not structured for long term. It is structured for maybe a week and get out of there on bond. That was the whole design of county. You sitting in county 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in a place that's not meant for long term. You sitting on the floors. You got a toilet. The water that you're drinking is the same as the toilet water in your face.
Ew.
Like,
Ew.
yeah. Okay. It's cleaner to live on the street. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's better to live on the street. And you sitting here, and it's just crazy. It's crazy, you know. But people don't look at other people that go through stuff. They're human. People are human. And unless you know for a certainty this person did that and it was some wicked, like, oh my God type of situation, you gotta support until you see something different, you know. And I don't see that this system that he's in tells the truth or play fair. I mean, and him and these other people, it's a guy that sat in there for almost 10 years. 10 years in the county. What is the problem? That don't even make sense. How are you sitting down there for 10 years? And you're still, you know, going to court. Just let it go. If a person did it, they did it. If they didn't do it, cut the cord. Stop trying to send innocent people to jail. Karma's a motherfucker. It's gonna come back. Again, like I say, this ain't about me. This is about, you know, making sure the truth come out. That's it. With his case. Making sure the truth come out.
That's true.
That's it. And if they got actual, like I said, nothing every time you go to court, it's lies told. So it'll be a surprise if they go to trial with the truth, because we're going to all these other hearings and it's just a bunch of lies and craziness. And even you sat there when they like, yeah, so we got the drug dog out, and when you like, what? And you saw the video of him getting arrested. He's way over there, you know, and he's sober, and they know he doesn't have any type of drug history or drug warrants. But you put a drug dog on his car, you know, and said it's signaled, but there's no footage of that. And then the guy who did it didn't even show up to court. Just crazy to me. So, yeah. So the phone calls mean nothing. We're not going to ever talk on the phone. So it's going to be the same conversations, dry. How you feel? How you been? All right, bye. That's it. Hopefully the story died down. Oh, I bought this cord out. But yeah. And then closing. Everybody vote red. No. That's all I got to say. I just want the truth to come out, and nothing but the truth to come out. And everybody to be truthful. Say what it is. That's it. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You sleep?
No.
Yeah, whatever. All right, we'll get off my phone.
I'm not sleeping.
You want for your birthday? It's Friday.
I'm waiting for 56 more minutes.
Oh, what do you call?
I'm not going anywhere.
Coming over there?
Huh? I'm not going anywhere.
I didn't say that. I said they coming over there.
No, nobody coming over here.
Are you separated?
Uh-huh.
Oh. I think they say in Georgia you gotta be separated for a year before you can file, or for the divorce to go through.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is so true.
Wow, that's crazy.
You said I sounded gone. I've been sitting. Oh, because I got up and I had to go get something from the other side of the room. I didn't want y'all to see me get up. That's why I'm not out. I had to get something from the other side of the room.
I gotta go change her diaper. Come here.
All right. Thank you so much for the time together. All right. I'll see you later.
Pay attention to everything. That's all I got to say, Sylvia. Pay attention to everything. And pay attention to everything. Pay attention to everything that's going on. Every case, everything is all linked.
Okay.
All tied together. Pay attention to everything.
I will do that.
Pay attention to everything. You'd be surprised what you see, what you catch. Pay attention to everything. Those that don't care, it's just whatever. But anyway, yeah, call me tomorrow. I'm not doing anything tomorrow.
Okay. I'm going to be all over the place.
Okay, well, I'll meet you for lunch one day for your birthday. For your birthday.
All right.
Before I leave.
Tell Katie I say hey.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm leaving. I think I'm leaving in 2 days, though. Okay. Bye.
All right. See you later. Bye, Sonia. All right, guys. That was Sonia. She just came up just to talk for a few seconds. But anybody have any dire comment before I end this live? Oh, you know what? Y'all wanted to hear the what's the name, right? Hold on a second, let me play it. Hold on a second, let me play it. I wanted to hear this. My throat itching. All right, you ready? I hope y'all can hear it better. It is almost my birthday. All right, ready? My throat itching. Ready, set, go.
That's number one. That's huge. And there's many issues. I'm giving you the two biggest ones. Also, we're restricted from explaining the DNA. Any way we tried to explain it was restricted. So those are the two bigger issues. There was also things that occurred pre-trial that we asked for that was denied. It got to the point we filed the recusal motion. Based on a lot of stuff that you all posted on social media, the judge should recuse herself from this case. That is another issue that's going to be very relevant on appeal because it's the appearance of impartiality. And obviously, everybody would say that it appears that the judge is impartial. Nothing that occurred outside of Mr. Falls, obviously, being sentenced. Don't let it destroy your spirit. Okay? I've spoken with Attorney Brian Steele. He's my mentor. I worked with him. I worked for him. He's taught me everything I know. He's willing to take the case. Now, the family, I've talked to the family about costs and things of that nature, but we have a give, send, go. It is important that you all donate to the give, send, go, and share it if you can share it. For you all that don't know Brian, he is one, in my opinion, the top attorney in the nation.
We're okay today.
So that is a very, very important part. I believe that Brian is involved in this case, and he asked me to stay on with him, so I will. But if Brian is involved in this case, I think it'll make quick work to get Mr. Foster to trial very quickly. So those are the three biggest issues in this case. It was just a lot of things that we couldn't talk about, we couldn't discuss, we couldn't get into because of the restrictions put on us by the court. And obviously, I had to respect the other court's order because there's a that does take a look at those things. Okay?
Well, we appreciate you. We think you did an amazing job. You did excellent. Yeah, like you were. But if you were to look at social media, I've
seen it since the verdict came down. Yeah. But it was enraging because the way I felt in court, during trials, I don't look at social media. The way I felt in court, it made me a bit more upset to see that everybody else felt the same way.
Yeah, was it just you? It wasn't just you.
As well. But I get correct.
How was that?
He's tougher. I mean, like I said, that he's keeping it all together. He's definitely keeping it all together. But I think what keeps him satisfied is we talked about this in pre-trial hearings from the way things were going. Before we filed the first recusal motion, I told him, look, this is the way the judge is pushing. If you want to know my true feelings, I know you do. But you can just look at the recusal motion. I think I was very clear in the recusal motion about the actions I felt that the judge was taking. And I was truthful. I'm always truthful. I told the judge herself, I think you put your hands on the scales of justice, regardless of if he's guilty or innocent. If you're able to get Brian, it will be Brian's call as to whether to address some of the things the judge did or said, and none of it was said in front of the jurors. So, because I think, she had a condescending tone. With her being the judge, everybody kind of looked to her. The prosecution at the time, I was able to speak to them about it. The prosecution at the time had a bit of a condescending tone. And jurors don't know the law. So when a judge says, you made that up, right, they don't know if it's actual law or not. And I noticed she framed a lot of stuff to try to make it seem as if, the law wasn't the law. So there's a lot of issues in this. I tell you that I've worked some appeals and we don't have this many issues, but this is a very unique trial. Yeah, this is a very unique trial. So that's why I tell you it's a tough crop, get out your system. But it's a lot of life to this.
We got work today.
Yeah.
We got work. Before y'all family friends, before y'all leave, like Attorney Cruz said, there is only one. What's the name of the
Kids seeing Go.
There are multiple GoFundMe's on social media. It's important to know that those are not the defense fund, the appeal fund.
It's the one where the money's going to you, right?
Correct.
Right here, y'all.
This is the one.
The one I showed y'all today.
I shared it.
This is the one.
20 times.
I appreciate you. Yes, sir.
20 times on
Let me go back up. This is the one. Okay, this picture right here now, nothing else.
I got it. We got it.
You got to be my name and the attorney's right there.
That's your name. That's your name.
Yeah, don't touch my name.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. We have now.
Okay,
That's the same one.
When the link. If you give me your
The link.
I know, right? You need the link.
That wasn't evidence. That wasn't true. That wasn't
They should not never brought that up. Mention that. What she's saying, they should not never.
So all I need to talk
I have to know. Okay.
Do that.
All right, that was it. That was it, y'all. I was trying to see that the recusal email. I mean recusal. Okay, that was on the 16th. He did that. He did a 27-page motion for recusal. Oh. He says that Judge Lisa Lott fail to follow the applicable law, and 2, continue her pattern of violation, Georgia Code of Judicial Conduct 1.1. Judge shall respect and comply the law and promoting public confidence in the judiciary. During January 15, 2026 hearing proceeding, the court instructed Mr. Faust through counsel that he was not to file any legal brief following The ruling by the trial judge underlying counsel could not follow said directive, as same would violate the professional rule of conduct 1.3, which provide a lawyer shall act with reasonable diligence and promptness in representing the client. Reasonable diligence, as used in the rule, means that the lawyer shall not, without just cause, to the detriment of the client, in effect, willfully abandon or willfully disregard a legal matter, entrust to the lawyer. Comment 1. Explain. A lawyer should pursue a matter on behalf of his client despite opposition, obstruction, or personal inconvenience to the lawyer, and may take whatever lawful and ethical measures are required to vindicate a client's cause or endeavor. A lawyer should not act with commitment and dedication in the interest of the client, with zeal in advocacy upon the client's behalf. The court instructs Mr. Foss' counsel was unlawful and improper, and if followed, would obstruct Mr. Foss building the appellate record and deprive Mr. Foss in the constitutional right to effective assistance of counsel. Stay conceited, controlling. Oh, he wrote everything out. Word, Mr. Bolden, word concealing that anything related to the Trooper Wooten traffic stop should be excluded. Mr. Cruz, will a written order granting the motion to suppress come out, on how would the honorable court deal with that? How would we respond to the motion during the status? The court said, let me look at the motion first before I answer that question. But of course, anything that the state either concedes or stipulate to vice versa, well put, certainly put in writing, but I need to take a look at it, what the motion says. Okay, so he wrote a thing. Judge shall be disqualified themselves if any proceeding in which there is impartiality might reasonably be questioned. An impartial judge does not deny a substantive defense motion regarding the admissible of evidence when the state conceded that based on the law, it cannot in good faith contest said motion. In light of the court's action, undersigned counsel realized that the court's action towards Mr. Faust has not been simply misunderstanding but of the law, an unfavorable ruling, but a deliberate attempt to ensure the conviction is secured in regards to the. Oh wow, he put all that in here, y'all. They excluded Larry K. Peterson and other microscopic hair analysis expert. So they took people hair out of this. Oh, we gotta read this tomorrow. And Brenda Sweeney with a subpoena to appear in our sexual other act hearing. At the start of the hearing, Miss Sweeney was nowhere to be found. Undersigned counsel explained to the court that Miss Sweeney had been subpoenaed, and Miss Sweeney's testimony would be that, to her recollection, there was never any sexual violence between her and Mr. Faust, and that the statement that she made were due to being held by police in making said statement. Undersigned counsel asks that the court enforce the subpoena by Ms. Sweeney's testimony. Despite this witness being lawfully subpoenaed, the court denied the request. Wow. Oh, yeah, we're going to read this. We're going to read these. And it says, speaking objection. Oh, yeah, we're going to read this. 27 pages of this. Okay. All right, yeah, I'm about to go to bed, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Peace out. Love you guys. I'm going to sleep. Good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Randa. Thank you, Dom, for the super chat. Thank you, Hubba Bubba Lisa, for your super chat. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to bed now. Good night. Bye.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click